I need you to be honest with me about what happened tonight.
I am being honest. I don't know what else you want me to say.
I didn't expect her to say that. I thought I knew what she was going to ask. But when she closed the door behind her and looked at me like that, everything just shifted. And I still don't know if I should have said yes. My name's Jason. I'm 26. I live in Phoenix, Arizona. Nothing fancy. Just a one-bedroom apartment over a noisy street with a liquor store on the corner and a laundromat that never seems to close. I work at a car rental place near the airport. Long hours. Weird shifts. Nothing I ever planned to do, but it pays the bills. Most nights, I just come home, microwave something, scroll on my phone, and try not to think too much. It's quiet. Too quiet, sometimes. That's probably why I still hang out with Ethan. We've been friends since high school. Same classes. Same dumb jokes. Same habit of staying up way too late talking about nothing and everything. Even after he moved out of state for college and came back, things just picked up where they left off. That's rare, I guess. We don't say it out loud, but, yeah, he's like a brother to me. Ethan still lives with his mom. Not because he has to. He just never really left. Says it's easier. Cheaper. And honestly, his mom doesn't seem to mind. Her name is Linda. I've known her since I was like 16. Back when she used to yell at us for leaving empty soda cans everywhere. Back when she'd knock on the door and say, "Boys, it's 2 a.m. Go to sleep." And we'd pretend we didn't hear her. She was always calm. Not strict, not soft either. Just steady. The kind of person who notices things but doesn't always say them out loud. And over the years, she changed. Not in a dramatic way. Just quieter. After Ethan's dad left. That was about 5 years ago. No big fight. No screaming. He just left. Packed a bag. Said he needed something different. And that was it. I remember being at the house the week after. Everything looked the same. Same couch. Same TV. Same kitchen table. But it felt empty. Like something had been taken out of the room and nobody wanted to talk about it. Linda didn't cry in front of us. Not once. She just started moving slower. Talking less. Smiling, but not really meaning it. And Ethan? He joked about it. A lot. Too much, honestly. That's how he deals with things. Pretends it's all fine. Even when it's not. I kept coming over, though. Maybe even more than before. Because I didn't want things to change. I didn't want him to feel like he lost everything at once. And honestly, I didn't want to lose that place either. It felt safe. At first, nothing was weird. Same routine. Video games. Takeout. Late night drives. Linda would sometimes sit in the living room with us. Not really watching, just being there. Occasionally she'd ask me about work. Or if I was eating okay. Little things like that. Normal things. Things that shouldn't mean anything, but somehow did. Then Ethan got a new job. Better pay. But longer hours. Different schedule. Sometimes he'd be gone all night. Other times he'd leave before I even showed up. And I'd still come over. Out of habit, I guess. Or maybe, something else. At first, I thought it would be awkward. Just me and his mom in the house. But it wasn't. Not really. She'd be in the kitchen. Or reading on the couch. And she'd just say, "Oh, hey Jason. Ethan's not home yet." And I'd say, "Yeah, I know. I was just gonna wait." And she'd nod. Like that made perfect sense. Like I belonged there even when he wasn't. We started talking more. Just casual stuff. Work. Movies. Random things. Sometimes we'd sit in silence. Not uncomfortable silence. Just quiet. And that quiet started to feel normal. One night, the power went out. Whole block. Pitch black. No TV. No Wi-Fi. Nothing. I was already there. Ethan wasn't. Of course. And for a second, we just stood there in the dark. Not saying anything. Then she laughed. Soft. Like it surprised even her. "Guess we're going old school tonight." She lit a couple of candles. The kind people keep but never use. We sat at the kitchen table. Just the two of us. Flickering light. Shadows moving on the walls. It should have felt strange. But it didn't. We talked for hours. About nothing. And then, about everything. She told me about when she first moved to Arizona. About how she almost left after Ethan was born. About things I never expected her to share. And I listened. Really listened. Not like a kid anymore. Not like Ethan's friend. Just me. At some point, she looked at me and said, "You're different now." I shrugged. "Yeah, I guess we all are." She shook her head slightly. "No. I mean it. You actually listen." I didn't know what to say to that. So I just looked down. And for a second, it felt like the room got smaller. After that night, things changed. Not in a big way. Just small shifts. More eye contact. Longer pauses. Little moments that didn't have a name. But you could feel them. I started noticing things. Like how she'd hesitate before leaving the room. Like she wanted to say something, but didn't. Or how she'd sit a little closer on the couch. Not touching. Just closer. And I told myself it didn't mean anything. That I was overthinking it. That this was normal. It had to be. But then came that night. The night I can't stop thinking about. Ethan was out of town. Work trip. 3 days. I told myself I wouldn't go over. That it'd be weird. But on the second night, I found myself driving there anyway. I don't even remember deciding to. I just ended up in front of the house. The lights were on. I almost left. I really did. But then the front door opened. And she was standing there. Like she knew I'd come. Jason. I froze for a second. Hey. I was just. Come in, she said. Soft. Not a question. Inside, everything felt different. Quieter than usual. Heavier. I don't know how to explain it. We sat in the living room. Didn't turn on the TV. Didn't play music. Just sat there. She asked me how work was. I answered. Then silence. Long silence. The kind that makes you aware of every little sound. The clock ticking. Your own breathing. Everything. Then she said it. Out of nowhere. Can I ask you something, and you be honest? I nodded. Even though my chest felt tight. Yeah, of course. She looked at her hands. Then back at me. And for a second, I thought she was going to change her mind. But she didn't. She said, do you ever feel like you're just passing through your own life? I blinked. That wasn't what I expected. Sometimes, I said. She nodded slowly. I feel that way a lot. Her voice was calm. But something under it wasn't. Then she stood up. Walked to the door. And locked it. That sound? It stayed with me. She turned back. And just stood there for a second. Like she was trying to find the right words. Or the courage. Then she said, I don't want to feel invisible anymore. I didn't know what she meant. Not fully. But I felt it. Whatever it was. She walked closer. Sat down next to me. Closer than before. Closer than ever. And I could feel the tension in the air. Like something was about to happen. And neither of us knew how to stop it. I know this is wrong, she said quietly. I know it is. She looked at me. Not away. Not hesitant anymore. Just direct. But I don't know how to keep pretending nothing's there. My heart was racing. I mean, this was Ethan's mom. My best friend's mom. This shouldn't even be a situation. But it was. And I was in it. I don't want to mess things up, I said. My voice sounded distant. Like it wasn't mine. She nodded. I know. Pause. But things are already different, Jason. That was the moment. The line. The point where everything could have stopped. Or changed forever. She reached for my hand. Slow. Careful. Like giving me time to pull away. But I didn't. I should have. I know I should have. But I didn't. Her hand was warm. Steady. And somehow, that made it harder to think. We didn't say anything for a while. Just sat there. Holding hands. Listening to the silence. Then she leaned in. Just a little. Paused. Like asking without words. And I didn't stop her. It wasn't dramatic. No big moment. Just quiet. Careful. A brief, hesitant closeness that said more than anything we'd spoken. And right after, we both pulled back. Like we suddenly remembered where we were. Who we were. What this meant. I'm sorry, she whispered. I shook my head. I'm not. But even as I said it, I wasn't sure if it was true. Then, a sound. Outside. Car headlights through the window. Both of us froze. For a second, it felt like the world had caught up to us. She stood up quickly. Stepped back. Ran a hand through her hair. I stood there. Not moving. Not thinking. The car passed. Not Ethan. Just someone else. But the moment was gone. Completely gone. I think you should go, she said softly. Not cold. Just final. I nodded. Didn't argue. Didn't say anything else. I walked out into the night. And everything felt different. I didn't go back for a week. Then too. Ethan texted me. Asked where I'd been. I made excuses. Work. Life. Anything but the truth. When I finally saw him again, it was like nothing had changed. He laughed. Talked about his trip. Complained about work. Same as always. And I just sat there? Nodding. Pretending. Linda stayed in her room that night. Didn't come out. Didn't say hi. Didn't look at me. And somehow, that hurt more than anything else. We never talked about it again. Not once. But sometimes, when I'm alone, I think about that night. About what she asked. About what I said yes to, without actually saying it. And I keep wondering, if that moment meant something real? Or if it was just two people, feeling invisible, at the same time.